my son, after he and I discussed the problems with the mouth being out of time with the recording, told me to come back up here to the church to shut down and reboot the computer, which I did. He told me before I did that to shut down the router and reboot the router. Then when the router has come back up, reconnect the computer to the internet, and then open the OBS software, start the stream, and see if it corrects itself, to set everything back to the original settings that it was set at where it was originally running fine, run a stream, and see what happens. So that's what I've done. I followed his instructions. I've set everything exactly like it was before I ever moved anything the other day, and started monkeying with the milliseconds of the difference between the screen and the video and audio. And we're going to see what it does, see if it corrects itself. If not, if this is not correct and it doesn't work, I'll take it and I'll get Matt to take a look at it himself, and we'll try something else. Well, obviously that didn't work. So I dialed back in to where I had it set at when several people told me that the timing was right. So now it is back to minus 700 milliseconds. And we'll see if that runs properly, see if the sound and everything is at the appropriate values there. I think my son is not as smart as he thinks he is. I think I'll follow my own advice. I think minus 700 is the way to go. I guess I could tinker with it a little bit more up or down and see what it does. I'm curious to see what it does when I shut it all down and restart it. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to read some of this article that was in the bulletin this last Sunday, and then we'll see how it works. I'll go to Sermon Audio after I get off of here and look at the recording on Sermon Audio and see if it's in time. When most religious people speak about the death of Christ, their words reveal they have little or no respect for the holiness, justice, or the grace of God. They speak of Christ's suffering, bleeding, and dying for all men and women without exception, including those who at present are suffering eternal torment in hell. They had never admitted, but they accuse the true and living God of something our legal system would never allow for: double jeopardy. Their doctrine declares Christ suffered the penalty of sin for every man, that is to say, eternal condemnation. The wages of sin are death, Romans 6:23. And then God turns around and punishes some people with the exact same sins Christ suffered for at Calvary. This kind of theology unwittingly charges God with injustice. Actually, if this were true, God is found to be the cruelest of all, because he would have needlessly punished his Son, who is holy, harmless, undefiled, separate from sinners, and made higher than the heavens. When you point out this reasonable argument, they immediately say the difference between the sinner who is in hell and the one who goes to heaven is that one believes and the other doesn't believe. Let the Apostle Paul answer this foolish statement. Not by works of righteousness, including our good works or our faith, which we have done, but according to his mercy he saved us through the washing of regeneration and the renewing of the Holy Ghost. Titus 3, verse 5. I do not frustrate the grace of God, for if righteousness, holiness, or satisfaction to law and justice required to allow a sinner to continue in God's presence come by the law, by any sinner's obedience, including their faith, then Christ is dead in vain.